So hello everyone, Grosey here, welcome back. Today we've got another video for the Unhuntables podcast series with Christopher.
Hello. Sorry, you always get thrown. You sound so different when you do your introductions.
Do I?
Yeah.
Well,
You sound like there's a wire loose inside your processor and
I'll just
going...
Well, what should I say? So hello everyone, Grosey here, welcome back. Sounds really boring.
but... No.
Got to put a bit of effort into your intros. Anyway, as I said, I've been particularly lazy this week. I've not prepared anything, so we're just going to have a good old chat.
Yeah, we're just going to stare at each other for 15 minutes.
That's it, we're going to have a staring contest.
Well, I thought it only prudent that... what was the first thing you brought up on your half of the Unhuntables 2 weeks ago? Do you remember?
What was the first thing I brought up on the Unhuntables 2 weeks? I have no idea.
Oh, you mentioned you had a good old laugh at our Welsh viewers because they crashed out of the World Cup.
I wasn't going to mention that because I don't want to alienate any of my viewers, you see.
Oh, so you're happy to alienate the Welsh viewers then, just not the English viewers.
Well, if you see what happened...
Fair is fair. I think it was only fair for me to bring that up to counterpoint you.
If you saw what happened tonight, obviously Argentina eliminated Croatia, and remember what Croatia did to us 4 years ago, so yeah, karma is sweet.
There we go.
Anyway,
that's about the extent of the football I'm prepared to talk about. That in my mind, football's done for 2 years, so don't need to worry about it. So we've been to the Royal Mint experience, got our Strike Your Owns. We've mentioned that in the other half of the video.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's got to change in the new year on the 7th of January. I open the floor to your thoughts, Grosey.
My thoughts is that it would be cool to do a Strike Your Own that is... Because, just for a bit of context, what we've decided is that for them to release... Well, you came up with this theory, which means it's almost certain not to happen, but... That's
my thought. I want to tell the people my thought.
Okay, so, but anyway, my thought is that it would be cool to have like a coin that we've never had before, like a Strike Your Own 2p or a Strike Your Own, like... 10p or something like that would be cool.
Okay, so basically we've had lengthy discussions about it. So lots of people are anticipating the Harry Potter the 3rd and 4th designs to come out. The only issue I can see with that is that obviously the next coin coming out is I keep wanting to call him Gandalf, but it's not Gandalf, it's Dumbledore. Dumbledore is the next Harry Potter 50p due out. For it to be the Strike Your Own, which the tours commence with the Strike Your Owns from the 7th of January, it requires the Dumbledore to have had his release by the 7th of January. With annual sets coming out, with other stuff still in the backlog to be sent out, I don't think we're going to see Dumbledore fast out of the gates. So I think it's going to be a placeholder Strike Your Own between the two Harry Potters, if you ask me.
Potentially a Strike Your Own Britannia £2.
That's what I'm betting on. Britannia Strike Your Own. Unless there's well, again, I don't think there's anything from the annual set is going to get its release that soon after as the annual set's released.
What have they done a Strike Your Owns at the start of the year previously?
Oh, now you ask me. Well, this year was straight into the Platinum Jubilee, wasn't it?
But that hadn't been released yet, had it? Or it was released in the annual set. So if a coin comes out in the annual set, then can it be a Strike Your Own?
Possibly. Again, the problem is we are assuming that the Royal Mint will follow precedents, and the last 6 months have shown that the Royal Mint are definitely making new precedents as they go at the moment. So.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, it could be something from the annual coins set. We might see. I don't know. It could be anything. Because we have to guess what's going to be the annual set. Then we've got to guess which one we think we Strike Your Own. Things like Windrush, I think, is a great example of a coin that possibly will be a Strike Your Own, but I don't think they're going to want to rush that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure.
But as I said, it'd be nice for them to surprise us in a funny way, do something completely different. As I said, like a 2p or
£5 coin. We haven't had one for ages.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to Strike Your Own 2 pence coin. That's crazy.
Yeah, but obviously
I don't want a 2p. I don't want a 5p. I don't want a 1p. I want 50p and up.
Or the Strike Your Own pound coin. I don't know. Or the
it could be the new pound coin. It might be maybe they will do the definitive pound coin, knowing that later in the year they're going to be doing the first commemorative pound coin. So you get the two in the same year, like you had in There's was it 2016? They had the last round pound and the new pound.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was 2017, wasn't it? I don't know what I'm talking
Something
about.
like that.
So yeah, that could be the case, but who knows? Who knows? All it needs to be said is, if I think it's going to happen, yeah,
It
it's
won't
not going to happen.
So whatever's just been said now, assume that won't be the case.
Yeah, assume it'll be something. It's going to be a 5 pence. I've just said I don't want a 5 pence categorically. Now they're going to release the new series, 10 commemorative 5p's in the year.
Could you imagine? Well, actually no, I wouldn't want that because then we'd have to start hunting through 5p's regularly.
Yeah, definitely.
But again, I think they're missing a trick by not doing something with. I think 2p's would be the best denomination. Well, maybe not because they might be taken out of circulation. Who knows? But
So are you talking about of the designs that don't currently have commemoratives?
yeah. So for example, I think your only real contenders would be the 2p and the 10p because they're the biggest in terms of having a design on. You wouldn't
See,
want.
what would be fun? It's never going to happen because the 20 pence is the same size as the 50 pence, right?
Yeah. This is gonna sound so weird, right? And it's a bit of a weird thing to say, but I actually had a dream once that there were commemorative 20p's and they mirrored. You had like an Olympic 20p set.
That's what I was saying. Why don't they just
Yeah.
re-release all the old 50p
I
designs
literally,
of the 20p?
actually, about a year ago, had a dream about that exact thing, and like getting my bags of 20p's from the bank and then being like, a Kew Gardens 20p. It would be so cool though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. It wouldn't happen. But yeah, I think the more denominations with commemoratives on it, the better. But how many different commemoratives have to be out to make it worthwhile doing a fill the book challenge?
It's tricky, isn't it? I mean, when did you start doing it?
17, 18. I don't know.
And by that point, there was what, like 20 years worth of commemorative coins in circulation for 50p's and £2 as well, actually. I don't know, maybe because as you say, you don't want to have like 10 ones, but they're all like 10 million each, so you just fill it every video.
So that was the problem in terms of the coin hunts I've done with the round pounds. You can virtually find everything apart from the cities and the floral ones, and you would fill 90% of a book every hunt.
Yeah.
And just be hunting for Edinburgh and maybe one or two.
Although
of the
are
floral
those
ones.
pound coin, the old pound coins? It's an interesting question. They're not. Are they definitives or are they commemorative? My view is that they're definitives, and the definitive has just changed every year.
Well, again, I have had similar thoughts. So the problem is a lot of the early designs are used twice, and then when you roll forward to 2008, you get the shield design every year alongside other designs. So that from that point, the shield's definitely a definitive.
Oh yeah, no, I'd agree with you there, absolutely. What does New Mister say? I'm gonna have a little look.
But can you call like the Edinburgh City pound coin? Could you really call that a definitive? It's a 1 year only design.
No, I'd say those are commemoratives because you've got like the Shield one from 2010 and 2011. Let's have a look on New
So
Mister.
what about? Oh, and actually, there's a couple of years they used the Royal Arms from what was the first year of the pound coin? 86.
83.
83. I was close. So 83, and then a few other years. I think it's alternating years.
That's
or whatever it is. They use the Royal Arms, don't they?
For example, is it Menai Bridge from 2005?
Yep, that's a 1 year only design.
That is defined as a circulating commemorative coin on New Mister.
Oh.
I'm not saying New Mister is the be-all and end-all of knowledge, but
it's a good litmus test, isn't it?
Yeah, whereas the 2003 one is also labelled as a circulating commemorative coin.
What design's 2003?
The Royal Arms.
Really?
Yeah. So they did that in Oh, because obviously this is just the RB portrait. So 2003, 2008. Let's just have a little search. Royal Arms. This is interesting. And then they did it for £1. Let's have a look. And then, sorry, let me just filter this. Standard circulating, there we go. So yeah, 1983. So that one's not labelled as a commemorative. So the one from 1983 is labelled as a standard circulation coin. And thereafter, all of them, apart from the Royal Shield, are labelled as commemorative.
Bizarre.
Yeah, isn't it?
So wait, the shields are commemoratives. That he's got it down as.
No, so not the shields. Hang on, let me just search for them all. So you've got.
What about the crown leak?
No, the shield. The shield is listed as normal standard circulation.
Okay.
And
what about the crown national flowers? Because they were a couple. They were used.
Yeah, the national flowers. They're listed as commemorative coins.
Ah.
I said they're all listed as commemorative.
I must admit, I would call the Royal Arms and the 2008 Shield the definitives, and the rest I would say commemoratives.
Yeah, but
because the hallmark of a commemorative is that it's celebrating something specific, whereas a definitive design is just.
But again, you had coins that were used more than once. For example, the Scottish Thistle, the Welsh Leek from like 1984. That was then used again in 1989. I don't know. It's an interesting question. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
But then, do you then call all the D-Day coins definitives because you've had D-Day designs multiple times?
Which one? Sorry.
So like there's the D-Day 50p, the D-Day £2 coin. It's different designs, but it's the same themes. But do you call that a definitive? 'Cause it's the same. It's the same design.
But they're commemorating different anniversaries, though.
Oh, I guess you got me there. I was trying to think of a. That was my best shot at a similar sort of commemorative.
Yeah, I guess it's like they're not.
What about? I got Isaac Newton. There's a 2017 and a 2018 one.
Yeah, that's because it was a strike your own. No, it's not. It's a commemorative.
It's not a definitive then. So you can use a design in more than 1 year, and that doesn't automatically make it a definitive.
That was because it was a strike your own.
Oh, they didn't have strike your owns back in.
And again, it was commemorating. It was commemorating a specific anniversary, which was Isaac Newton, whatever anniversary it was.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, for example, the Scottish Thistle, it's not like an anniversary of it. It's just like, it's a bit like the Royal Arms. It's not really an anniversary of anything. It is what it is. It's just a what you might call a quintessentially British thing. And obviously the Welsh Leek, the Northern Irish flax, and the English oak.
So things that are just quintessentially British don't count as
things. No, things that just are related. In my opinion, things that are in any way related to the UK, for example, national flowers, flags, whatever it may be, they're not anniversaries. They're just things that are to do with the country that are used as a design.
A design with a flag on it isn't a commemorative then.
No, I didn't say that. I said that was an example of something that if they did a definitive set with, for example, I don't know, you had like a penny with the Welsh flag, a 2p with an English flag, a Scottish, you know what I mean? And the Northern Irish. If you reuse those designs, they'd be definitives.
I think Grosey has a very fluid concept of what in his mind makes a definitive and what makes it a commemorative.
No, not at all. It's very clear. My definition is that a commemorative coin is commemorating a specific anniversary of something.
What about the alphabet 10p U for Union flag?
You've actually shot yourself in the foot there, because just the alphabet 10p set in general.
Why have I shot myself in the foot? I think
because you could have just said the alphabet 10p set, and that has got me, because it's not an anniversary. It's just, but they're still.
I'm just picking one specifically because.
No, you've got me. You've got me. Because
I win! Woohoo!
Because they're not. It's not an anniversary, or is it an anniversary? I don't think it is.
Oh, it's just like quintessentially British things. I almost had you. I thought you saw that trap when I was asking you whether just you said something about quintessentially British things, whether that counts as.
No, you got me. Maybe they're definitives. That's my title. The alphabet 10p's, they're definitive.
They're not definitives, you so and so.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, you always had to bleep something there. I was got myself there. The alphabet 10p's are not definitive, they are commemorative. I will die on that hill. The definitive. I think the problem is it's easier to say what's definitive and what's commemorative when there is an obvious definitive, like with the 50p's we've got Britannia and the Shield of the Royal Arms, and everything else is commemorative. Whereas what were we talking about? I can't remember now. The old round pounds. It was very.
They changed the design like every year. Which I liked, obviously. It was good.
Yeah, adds more variety, it's great. But out of all of that set, there was very little of it that you would get stuck on a book with, was my point of, basically.
Yeah, it would just... I guess it would be like if every £2 was common apart from the, I mean, there's a few lower mints, but apart from the Commonwealths.
Yeah.
And then every single series would be, okay, episode 1, we've got everything other than the Commonwealths. And then 50 episodes later,
Yeah.
you've got the Commonwealth. But I guess it's a glimpse into what it could have been like with Euros, because it's like having that variety in every different coin that you flip over.
Even the ones that are definitely definitive, there's still a huge variety to have.
No, definitely. Yeah, no, as I said, that's an interesting topic that I had no idea we were going to talk about before we started. Yeah, so Christopher, as well, just before we finish off, and I'm hoping that you're going to have a very confused look on your face. Have you done your homework for today's video?
What?
On that happy note, let's get back to the 5p's I managed to find. And that is that. So we've got quite a few bits and bobs on here to show you. So we've got 6 even, from 2022. That's pretty cool, isn't it, to see 2022 on a 5p. So one of those will be going into my date run. So that's obviously cool. They don't really count towards the total competition with Christopher. And I found these ones. They're just so weird. Like, it's hard to explain, but the condition of them, they just look, I don't know. It's could anyone explain to me what these look like? Yeah, because I can't think of what they could possibly. The camera's not even... Let me try zooming it in, actually. The camera's not even picking it up properly. Is that going to work? There we go. It's kind of just got a weird sort of shine to it. And if we compare a normal one, I can actually hold the thing properly. It's just got a bit of a matte finish. It doesn't quite reflect the fields, so the part without any writing or picture on just kind of doesn't, I don't know, doesn't quite reflect as well. So weird. But that's pretty cool. In terms of other things, we've got a really nice shiny 1999. That'll go in my date run. And as well as a nice shiny 2001. Which will also go in the date run. And then we got the Pepperoni 5p. Which is pretty cool. And then in terms of territories, 2 jerseys. One from 1998 and one from 1990. So that's pretty cool. And then also the top line, probably 2002 Isle of Man, which is excellent. With I think that's a B die lettering. But yeah, anyway, that's all from my side of the hunt. Make sure you go and check out Christopher's as well to see who won. Hopefully it will be me this time. And yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye bye.